Yuza heads out with Azami to go diving before he suddenly mentions something he must do. Before returning to the island, the pair go to a certain location at sea. So this is a new timeline. So, what's this important thing you have to do, Yuza? Sounds like it must be a pretty big deal. It is. I just hope you'll believe me. Listen, and don't fly off the handle. He has the mirror in his hand. Is this, like, the path to the good ending? He's gonna go end the curse? Storyteller. Please forgive the interruption. I have an important announcement to make. The moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Everything's ready for you to proceed. On August 7th, upon returning to Kamishima after his dive, Yuza Minakuchi embarks on the fight of a lifetime. For unbeknownst to him at this precise moment in time, a slew of predicaments would await him everywhere he turned. As for this really important thing he has to do, that is, of course, preventing the tragedy of Kamishima from coming to pass. The advent of the 400-year-old curse of the raging waves draws near Kamishima with every passing moment. Even so, do try to remember that Yuza's true aims are to locate a mermaid and uncover the truth about his mother. Will Yuza Minakuchi succeed in overcoming these challenges and fulfilling his objective, you ask? That is entirely up to you, and the actions you choose to take from this moment forth. Thus concludes my announcement. I wish you good fortune. Okay. The intense music. So, wait, let me get this straight. Are we on the path to the good ending now, and then we're gonna have a series of decisions to make, and all these decisions will harken back to information we learned from everyone else's storylines, and in doing so prevent it. But if that's so, I feel like Yumeko and Abby's stories feel very incomplete, because they feel like they just end when they reach the island. I feel like it's too soon for this. What, you think Kikuko's plotting to work a curse that'll cause a massacre on the island? Wait, how did he learn that? I didn't tell him, certainly. Yes, you might find it hard to believe, but I'm sure about this. You're gonna have to give me a second to take this in. This is way heavier than I was expecting. I mean, a curse. I know I told you about the Tomokazuki and all, but how'd you even find out about this? Have you got any proof? Well, I saw the future with my own two eyes, but I'm afraid I don't have any proof I could show you right now. You saw the future? Yuza, if this is some kind of prank, you better cut it out right now. Seriously, this shit isn't funny. If you're just fooling around, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. You think it's easy for me to call someone I'm on friendly terms with a murderer? I couldn't say something like this unless I was dead certain. I need you to trust me on this, Azami, before it's too late. Oh man, you're not making this easy, Yuza. I can't just... I mean... Ugh. No, I understand. I won't ask you to believe me until I can present you with solid proof. Until then, I still need your help. I can't just sit back and let this happen. Okay, I won't try to stop you, but I'm not doing anything drastic till I'm sure we're doing the right thing. That's all I need to hear. Thanks, Azami. But for real, what's gotten into you, Yuza? What do you mean? I know you're headstrong and all, but this is way beyond what I expect from you. It's like you're a totally different person. Come on, you're exaggerating. Or, come on, you're exaggerating. I'm the same old Yuza I've always been. I'm just possessed by the player character now, that's all. Huh? What are you two doing out here? What's with the getup, Yuza? Don't tell me you've been diving. Kikuko, do you have a minute? I heard you're heading out to the northern shore to fish in the bay today, so I came to find you. Where'd you hear that? I only just decided that this morning. I didn't even tell anyone. We're on the northern side of Kamishima. Not many people come here to fish. Aha! She has a bird on her boat. Well, you guys can't see it, because I can't turn my camera further this way. Mimicking Menace. Hi Sanzu, welcome to the stream. Thanks for following me and being a froggy friend. Welcome in. I can tell Zami's trying to believe in me. That's a good start, at least. Yuza, are you sure about this? Just so we're clear, I'm leaving the talking to you. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Do I? Well, there's the Kameshi Maru keychain. Right, this is where it all begins. This is my chance. I have to find a way to change the future. I don't have any evidence, and I doubt I could just talk Kikuko out of this. You don't do something like that on a whim. Whatever her motives are, they must be powerful. Even if I somehow manage to get her curse stone, there's still risk that whatever destructive impulse has a hold of her would drive her to make a tragedy happen some other way. That's why my best bet of containing the situation is to try and distract her. I'm gonna change the future one step at a time. There's no rush. After all, since we came here instead of heading back to the port, things are already different. Hey Pokefan, welcome to the stream. Her last name looks kind of like Tetsuo's last name, but it's not the same thing, it just looks similar. Kikuko's looking at us suspiciously. I guess that's to be expected. We surprised her here alone after all. You've been passing Kameshi Maru hand mirrors around to everyone, right? Yeah, I have. Sounds like someone's keeping their ears to the ground. So, how many have you given out? Who's got one already? I don't know, I haven't kept track or anything. But if I had to guess, I'd reckon it'd be about 20 or so. Why though? You want one too? If so, I'll get you one later. Oh, no thanks. Don't worry about it. Suit yourself, they're pretty sweet little items if I do say so myself. So, were you really off diving? You sure you should be doing that? If Chie finds out, she'll give you an earful, no doubt about it. Don't I know it. Seems everyone thinks I bring this island bad luck just by being here. Yuza. Well sure, some folks may say that, but it's not as though you've done anything to deserve that kind of talk. I don't see a problem with you becoming an Amadiver myself. I appreciate that. Just today, plenty of folks told me not to go diving because the storm's on its way. But when they don't talk sense, I just ignore them, and so should you. I've been wondering. Are you unhappy here on the island, Kikuko? Huh? What makes you think that? I don't know, I just get the feeling that you're not planning to stay here as an Amadiver forever. Ha, you normally play the fool, but turns out you're pretty sharp, Yuza. Truth is, I can't help but think of the future. You can earn a decent living as an Amadiver if you know what you're doing, but all these old rules and customs tend to get in the way. I've been trying to change them here and there, but it's no good. Everyone's too stubborn to listen. I see. No luck, huh? Mark my words, nothing's ever going to change around here. And just between you and me, as much as I love being surrounded by nature on this island, the culture here just isn't for me. So that's how you feel. Honestly, I'm about to ready to break ties with this place. Not that anyone needs to know that. Don't go spreading it around now. Frankly, I have no idea you were interested in diving, Yuza. It's annoying because her head is small, so I can only click on her head to talk. But because she's far away, the hitbox for her head is small, so I keep clicking on her body by accident. Because the switch controls are not super precise. So Kikuko, when you left the island, you did some kind of office work, right? Huh? That's true and all, but why are you asking? I was wondering if you might have preferred your life back then. I mean, you must have had more opportunities to meet people and go out on dates and all that. Stop right there, as if I don't hear enough of that as it is. What's gotten into you anyway? Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. I was just wondering if you kept in contact with anyone. Sure, a few people. Just a few. Did you say any of them had a big influence on you? Huh? Seriously, what's all this about? Nothing really. I was just curious. Honestly though, I think if Yuza wants to prevent the tragedy, I mean, I don't know what his play here is other than trying to dissuade her. But if he knows that Yumiko and Soto are on the island and he has this future sight, maybe he should just tell them to go arrest Kikuko. Soto also has like curse repelling powers. He said he wasn't afraid of the curse of the Heiki. Listen, working for that company wasn't exactly a huge break in my career. All I did was pour tea and answer the phone. Huh. Anyway, Yuza, did you really come all the way out here just to chat? Something like that. But I've wasted enough of your time. Thanks for hearing me out. Come on, Azami, let's go. If you're sure. See you later, see you later, Kiko. Right, I know we just got back, but there's no time to waste. We gotta track down and collect all the Kameshimaru mirrors Kikuko handed out as soon as possible. Huh? Why? If I'm right, those mirrors are actually the targets of the curse. No way, seriously? Still, man, all this curse business is a bit much. Look, given what people think of me, I'd have a hard time handling this on my own. I'm gonna need your help, Azami. I guess we'll have to try and convince everyone the mirrors are defective or something. We better not let Kikuko find out what we're up to. Yuza, I want to believe you, and I'd like nothing more than to help you out. But before I lift a finger, there's something I gotta know. Alright. See, I got a pretty good idea what made you change out of the blue like this. You do? When you were diving before, and you came face to face with the Tomokazuki, something happened, didn't it? Yeah, he died. That's what happened. So, oh, does he think I'm a doppelganger? You haven't been the same since then. And come to think of it, does this have anything to do with your search for a mermaid? You're right, I should have told you the full story to begin with. I've been in such a rush I got ahead of myself. You're right, something did happen to me, and I'll tell you all about it right now if you want to hear. I'm all ears. First of all, tracking down a mermaid is still my end goal. That hasn't changed. At least something's still the same. But what I'm trying to do right now started when I found out about the danger Kameshima's in. And I realized I have to do something to prevent it. Are you with me so far? Sure. If I knew the island was in danger, I want to protect it too. Wait, was the Tomokazuki... Maybe the Tomokazuki was like a future Yuza. And he went back in time somehow and told Yuza about everything that's going to happen. Or he like merged with Yuza and gave him his memories. Maybe future Yuza from the bad timeline sought Yumiko's help in doing so. Because they also want to prevent the tragedy. But how'd you find out about that anyway? Earlier you said you saw the future. When did that happen? It was when I encountered the Tomokazuki. The moment our hands touched, everything went dark, and the future unfolded before me. Huh, so it's kind of like a vision from the Tomokazuki. A warning. That's exactly what it felt like. A stream of images filled my mind all at once, filling together with a rush of understanding. It's like they were imprinted into my memory. I don't know how it works. But I believe what I saw. I know what's going to happen here on Kameshima if I don't do something to change it. Or maybe the Tomokazuki's me, the player. But I'm pretty sure that I'm the Onmyoji. So that's when it all started, huh? Yuza, did you know there was a Tomokazuki there? Is that why you picked that spot to dive? No, it's like I told you. I was hoping to find a clue there, since that's the spot where I encountered a mermaid once before. I never would have dreamed I'd end up seeing a vision of a tragedy like that. For all I know, this might have nothing to do with mermaids at all. But now that I know about it, I can't just forget it, can I? Of course not, and now I know the full story, you can count on my help too. So, seeing as Kikuko's the culprit, I'm guessing we need to collect those hand mirrors to save everyone. Yeah, but she's not the only threat. There's more to this. More? There are actually 2 calamities on the horizon for Kameshima today. 2? You gotta be kidding me! The first is the massacre caused by Kikuko's curse, and the second is the curse of the raging waves, which has been brewing up a violent storm for the last 400 years. It's gonna hit the island tonight. Huh? Now you lost me again. I can't keep up. For starters, why is this all happening on the same day? I don't know. I get the feeling it's just an unfortunate coincidence. And there would be nothing more we could do about it either. But since I've been forewarned, I have a chance to prevent it. I'll explain the rest on the way. There's no time to lose. We have to track down every last one of those mirrors. Wait, isn't this just becoming the story of 100 Line? Isn't that what's just happening here? Oh. Interesting. And these are not on the regular timeline. These are also divergences. Are all the ones on the second line the same second line for everyone then? Oh yeah, I forgot. I had to check my birds. Wait, this bird doesn't have any relationships with anyone. Okay, so we got further at Yuza. Now we're back to Yumiko and Arnav. While pursuing another case, Yumiko and her partner find out the mermaid corpse discovered in Futamigora is that of a woman named Azusa Somakawa. The duo try to figure out what to do next. This large bridge spanning Onora Bay in Toba City is known as Onora Bridge. I hear the waters of the bay are rich in nutrients, making them ideal for oyster farming. You can see the rafts used floating in the bay. Oh, oysters. Very nice. Oyster harvesting only begins in October though, so I'm afraid they're out of season right now. Oh, darn it. I knew Issei lobsters were only available from October, but to think we won't be able to eat oysters either. Please don't look so sad, ma'am. We can always come again some other time. Aha! This one has glasses. Blues Cruise. It's a good thing I don't need to actually collect the stickers, I just need to see them. After discovering the mermaid found in Futamigora this morning was in fact Somakawa's transfigured corpse, we head to Ichika town for further investigation and are now on our way back. This feels as good as any opportunity as any to take stock of our current position and talk about our next move. Soto gives off the impression of being all business, but he often goes along with any suggestions I make to stop in and take in the scenery. Despite appearances, I think he quite enjoys quiet moments like this. Now then, as much as I'd like to relax and enjoy our surroundings, shall we take this chance to review the current situation and talk about our next move? A sound idea, yes. First, Detective Ide contacted us this morning, informing us that a mermaid corpse is washed up in Futamigora. However, when we went to investigate, we discovered the corpse was in fact that of Miss Somakawa, whose whereabouts we were looking into. She has been transformed into a fish by a curse. Quite the troublesome development. She was shaping up to be a key figure in a number of incidents. With that in mind, the most likely culprits are the two foreigners we ran into the day before yesterday in Ichika. Yes, one of them was seen taking Miss Somakawa out to sea by boat. I regret not doing more to pursue them at the time. It's possible we could have saved her if we had. I'm sorry, that was poor judgment on my part. Then the other half of the pair was a young exorcist with ties to paranormal affairs. I believe her name was Circe, yes. That's also quite worrying. I wonder what she could be up to. If it turns out she's been using curses on ordinary people, we at Paranormal Affairs will probably be held responsible. Though I doubt the Bureau would agree to act as custodian for someone who would behave so recklessly. I like to believe some manner of circumstances are at hand, yes. Well, I suppose if anything happens, I could just get the higher-ups to take responsibility. That's what higher-ups are for, aren't they? Being responsible for their subordinates? I think you'll find that's a saying used by superiors as a goal, not by subordinates to shirk responsibility. Despite her abilities, I doubt that girl will be able to use the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Regardless of who wielded it, I think it's safe to say a curse stone was involved. Agreed, we have 2 people from the same town falling victim to the same curse after all. I think it's reasonable to assume this was due to overzealous use of a curse stone. That's true, we still don't know how the other mermaid came about, because Arnav used his curse stone on Somakawa, but the other one, we also identified that one as being Ikome, but we know Ikome is still alive. We don't know who used the curse stone on him, and the curse stone was only unearthed recently. But then I think the other mermaid has to be the Amadiver, the missing Amadiver. Was Ikome the name of that one? Well, no, because it was male, right? That was male, and the first Amadiver was definitely female. I think it's reasonable to assume this was due to overzealous use of a curse stone. Yes, the first victim was Tamiko Suma, who succumbed to the curse 2 days ago. Second was Miss Somakawa from yesterday. Oh no, right. Tamiko Suma. Oh no, see, I'm mixing things up. Tamiko Suma is the Amadiver who went and got the curse stone. She got turned into a mermaid mummy, and she was taken in by Onkaku Dono, and then we got her back. I haven't seen it in person. The person who died that was called Ikome was the person who was chopped up by the curse of Haiki and then tossed in the water. That was not a mermaid corpse. That was a person sliced in half. And also, that was someone who apparently died 6 years ago. So maybe Ikome is not actually Ikome. The one we know is using a different name. I feel like he's definitely involved in all this. The second was Miss Somakawa from yesterday. The state they were found in hasn't been publicly disclosed, so they're still being officially treated as missing. Still, a curse stone housing the curse of the Forsaken Fish, eh? Is something wrong? The curse of the Forsaken Fish is one of the curse mermaids can use, you know. For it to have become a curse stone, the mermaid in question must have experienced overwhelming resentment. An example might be if they were killed while bearing a powerful grudge against someone. That sounds like it would be a rare event indeed. Huh? Why do I get the feeling there was a mermaid who died like that, though? Who was it? It feels like the name's on the tip of my tongue. Could it be a memory from that time? Although I imagine many of your older memories have faded by now. Is she a mermaid? I think they all but confirmed that she's a mermaid here. I imagine many of your older memories have faded by now. I have to try to remember. What was the name of the mermaid who died while harboring strong feelings of resentment? I think she's a mermaid. Hayase. That's right. Her name was Hayase. I can't believe it. I completely forgotten, but it suddenly popped into my head. Oh, so there was a mermaid who died like that, was there? There was. I finally remembered. Of the mermaids who lived near Taishima 400 years ago was called Hayase. She was captured during the invasion of Taishima and died after being brutally tortured. This is the first I've heard of mermaids living near Taishima. Oh right, your ancestor, Harukage Tsuchimikado, must have left them out of his records. The reason Taishima was invaded in the first place was to find those mermaids, you see. I see. I was unaware of the exact reason for the invasion. It's understandable. A deliberate effort was made not to mention the mermaids in any of the records left after the fact. I suppose hiding the map inside a mermaid mummy was intended to be a metaphor of sorts. I can't believe I forgot something so important. But if that curse stone is related to what happened on Taishima 400 years ago, it likely has some link to the curse of the raging waves as well. If we could view the memories contained in it, we might be able to learn more about the curse of the raging waves. Ah. I wonder, could the keepsake Harukage left behind using the map have been the curse stone housing the curse of the Forsaken Fish? I see, that's certainly a possibility. See, like, because we've learned so much from other people's roots, I don't want these roots to re-go over information we already know so much. But it seems like they're kind of cutting to the chase by having her just suddenly remember these things, and Soto being familiar with mythology and folklore already. In that case, it's not unthinkable someone might have gotten hold of it recently, and there's a high chance it was those two foreigners. Alright, we narrowed down our focus. It seems a change of priorities is needed. Let's find the curse stone for the curse of the Forsaken Fish as soon as possible. That should be the most efficient course of action, I think. Agreed. It's looking increasingly likely a pair of foreigners has the curse stone. Yes, we did just go to Ichika to see if we could find any leads on where they could have headed. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find anything promising. I wonder where they could have gone. We also still don't know why they approached Miss Somakawa. Could they be after the mermaid's relic? If I'm not mistaken, that girl, Circe, did mention the relic. Were they looking to take it for themselves? But where would they have headed afterward? Kamishima, that's where they are. What? Kamishima? I thought we decided we weren't going there today. We failed to find any promising leads yesterday after all. No, something's telling me they went to Kamishima, and I get the feeling there's a hunch I shouldn't ignore. Alright, let's head to the port in Toba City. We'll catch a ferry to Kamishima from there. I think this is leading up to everyone gathering at Kamishima to help get the good ending. Oh, okay, and I can't do this one yet. It's interesting too, because in the first game, all the protagonists kind of had a similar goal in mind. In this game, they all have like related goals, but they're not necessarily the same, and in fact, a lot of them are in direct opposition to each other. Hey Lork, thanks for coming to the stream, we'll catch you next time. After arriving in Kamishima, Abby and Circe continue to ask about mermaids, but this garners suspicion, and they find themselves unable to gain any information. Well, so much for that. Even after everything we went through, we've got nothing to show for it. It's almost astounding how little we managed to learn, like some reverse miracle. Whereas I think rumors spread and now everyone's avoiding us. This is a pickle. I can't even bring up mermaids without the islanders looking at me like some odd foreigner who lost his marbles. And for some reason, mentioning Mari Minakuchi makes things even worse. Did people hate her or something? Just hearing her name makes them recoil with undisguised disgust. Yes, I noticed that too, though your way of asking probably doesn't help much. Well, how about we take a break from investigating and go for a little sightseeing instead? Seems like there's a shrine and a lighthouse around here, so we might as well drop by. Count me in. To be honest, the way people are treating us has started to bum me out. Maybe heading to the lighthouse to unwind a bit wouldn't be such a bad idea. Oh, wait. I just told him to go somewhere else, and I didn't have a choice. No, we must go to the jetty, and that's that. What? Don't scare me like that. What's gotten in you all of a sudden? So I think this is leading to Arnav, Yumiko, and Yuza all converging at the wharf. The waves of my yearning soul keep crashing against my chest, insisting I seek out the shore. Right, sure. The usual then. Well then off we go. I think she noticed me controlling him. That's why she's looking at us like that. Okay, I was worried that we have to play the part where he goes to the lighthouse and talks to Yuza. I'm like, we've already seen that though. Oh, looks like we got ourselves a spunky young lady here. Maybe we should have a word with her. Alright, this could be our last chance. Let's give it our all. Excuse me, can we speak with you for a moment? Circe, no, there's no way she'll talk to us if we're that forward. Foreign visitors? How unusual. And your names are Abby and Circe. Circe must notice that she has a curse stone on her. Welcome to Kamishima. My name is Kikuko. I'm an Ama diver. Hikuko, the Ama Diver. Such a pleasure to meet a charming young lady in a place like this.
Charming young lady, you say? Oh my. Well, now you're allowed to ask me anything you like. This jetty was built to break the waves, so fishing boats can come in and safely unload their catch.
I suppose jet planes have nothing to do with it.
No, not at all. The structure over in the distance is called a breakwater. It's to keep the waves out. Or built to keep the waves out. Seems like it's also a popular fishing spot.
Who would have thought? Seems like just bluntly calling out to her was the best approach after all. The image of a polite and reserved Japan I've been holding on to for so long is starting to falter.
She's the most approachable of all the people we talked to by far. Maybe this time we'll actually learn something.
It's a little sad to be this happy just because someone finally agreed to talk to us.
I wonder who's to blame for that.
What? You're saying it's my fault?
Don't see any birds.
Looks like we made a solid first impression. She seemed genuinely excited to talk to us. After all the lengths we went to, I refuse to leave this place without at least a few answers. Why did I feel the sudden urge to go to the jetty earlier? Thanks to that, we end up running into Kikuko. The Tamatabako, sacred treasure of the mermaids. I haven't had the courage to open it yet. Mystery Koma's business card. I figured I might be able to use it later, so I held on to it. The curse stone bearing the curse of the forsaken fish. Should I really be carrying this around? This may be a bit out of nowhere, but you don't happen to know anything about mermaids, do you?
Huh? Mermaids?
Oh, so you do know something.
When you say mermaids, you mean mermaids, right? The mythical creatures?
Precisely, the very same. Rumor has it this island houses some kind of secret connection to mermaids, but I haven't been able to ascertain whether it's true or not. So tell me, any mermaid secrets about?
Are you saying you really came all this way here to look for mermaids?
More or less, so any information you may have would be a huge help.
Sorry, I don't really have anything for you, but I do happen to be a little interested in mermaids myself.
Fantastic, another fan entranced by the mysterious.
They say that eating the flesh of a mermaid will grant you immortality, right?
That's right, could you perhaps be interested in immortality as well?
I guess so, not for myself though.
Oh? That's actually a big hint.
So you mentioned that this island has some sort of connection to mermaids.
More than just a little interested, are you? Huh, well in fact right here in Issei Bay, there used to be... blah 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 blah.
Wow, so mermaids used to live on this Taishima place. So you think there may still be some clues here in Kamishima that will lead you to the mermaids in Ryugu?
Nail on the head, right on the button.
Unfortunately I can't say I've heard of any mermaid stories on this island before.
A pity. I like how he led with the mermaids. He should have led with the Ama divers. I mean, I know that was my fault, but... So you're an active Ama diver then? Are there many young divers these days?
Not really. The younger generation doesn't really go for diving anymore. It just makes more sense to pursue higher education.
I see. It's a real shame to see such a long-standing tradition slowly fade away.
Well, it is quite dangerous after all. Can't really blame them for choosing safer options. Just the other day, I heard 2 Ama divers went missing around Toba.
Oh.
Huh? Speaking of Ama divers... Huh? I heard Ama divers have a legend that if you go diving around here, there's a chance a Tomokazuki might emerge from the depths.
Ah, Circe, enough with the ghost stories.
You sure know a lot, don't you? You're right, it's a well-known legend. Not that I've seen it with my own eyes or anything. Don't know anyone who has either. Huh. Maybe your Seimin and Domin symbols have kept you safe. Oh, those? I don't have any. I don't really go in for superstitions like that. Are you really okay without them? I think it's more than an old tradition, meant to remind us not to forget our gratitude and respect towards the sea. And all those old-fashioned rules and traditions, don't you think it's about time for a reform? But isn't free diving close to a Shinto ritual and spirit? Isn't showing reverence and offerings to the sea god crucial?
Oh, you're pretty devout for a foreigner. I'm impressed. But you know, I believe it's exactly because of tedious customs like that one, the young people are losing interest in diving. We should keep up with the times, otherwise there's no way this tradition will survive. Well now, that's very level-headed thinking. Maybe it's because I'm part of the so-called new generation. Some people just don't like my attitude, but I get the job done. Some of the young divers go to high school on the mainland and then work as ama divers when they return home. I guess there's also that guy who started working as an ama here. I saw him earlier. I didn't realize men could become ama divers too. It's not like it's forbidden, it's just pretty rare though. This is the first I've ever seen it happen. Interesting. Oh right, actually there's someone we're looking for on this island. Would you mind if we asked you about them? Sure, who is it? A woman named Mare Minikuchi. See, that's exactly how everyone else around here has been reacting when you ask about her. No, it's just... I'm sorry, but that woman died in an accident at sea 5 years ago. Ah, yes, we are well aware she passed away. Huh? Then why do you ask? Did she leave anything behind? Or was there perhaps someone who was close to her? Anything like that? Sorry, I've got no idea. Nobody on this island really knew her. Although her son just returned to the island. Oh, I thought she was going to withhold that information. Actually, the guy I was talking about earlier, the new ama diver, that's her son. Her son, you say? Now that's getting interesting. We'd certainly like to meet him. Do you know where he is? Sorry, no idea, but he's got to be somewhere around the island. His name is Yuza Minakuchi. I'll give you his home address. You might find him there. Wow, thank you. This is invaluable information. I'm surprised she gave that up so easily. It must not be tied to her direct goal. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know why everyone's frantically dodging our questions about Mari Minikuchi, would you? Was she such a terrible person? It's something people don't really like to talk about. She didn't fit in much with the other islanders. No one knew much about her either. Why are you so interested in her anyway? Well, this is kind of a secret, but it seems that Mari Minikuchi had some kind of connection to the mermaids. Huh, you don't say. I see, so that's why. Oh, did you remember something? Not really, it's just that I always thought she was a little off. Almost as though she wasn't actually human. Oh! I feel like us giving her this information is also bad, though. So you're saying Mari might not have been human after all, that she was actually a mermaid? Huh? No way, I was just joking. She was kind of weird, sure, but a mermaid? That's a bit far-fetched, don't you think? Right. Come to think of it, I completely forgot about the still-tied mirror that Ikoma told us to look for. Guess I'll just try my luck and ask. She's probably interested in the mirror, too. Oh right, I just remembered. There's a particular mirror on this island that we're looking for. Do you happen to know anything about it? A mirror, you say? Well, well, you've come to the right woman. Oh, you know it. Luck's finally on our side. Could it be that you're talking about this? Ta-da! Goodness, that's the cutest mirror I've ever seen. This is the famous Kamishima souvenir, the Kameshi Maru hand mirror. I had no idea it'd become so famous. No way, could this be the still-tied mirror? Definitely not. Right. Oh, this isn't the one you're after. Ah well, since you seem to have taken a liking to it, I'd still love to let you have it. Consider it a memento of our meeting today. What, really? Lucky me! Actually, I changed my mind. I don't really need it after all. You sure? It's free, you know. Well, when you put it like that. No, I'm sure. I absolutely decline. Okay. If you feel that strongly about it, I won't press you. Anyway, what we're looking for is actually a bronze mirror. A bronze mirror? You mean the type you'd see in history books? Yeah, probably. Something like that. No, I can't say I know anything about that. A shame. Actually, I guess she wouldn't have any need of it, because she's not trying to stop the curse at all. She's just trying to get immortality for her master. I've never heard anything about a bronze mirror on this island. Oh, that reminds me. I caught a glimpse of something inside your bag earlier. Was that by chance the tamate bako? Damn it, why are we not keeping it inside like a bag, inside a bag or something like that? What? Sorry, I just happened to notice. And judging by your reaction, I say I'm right. Damn it, I didn't think it'd be that noticeable. A glimpse alone shouldn't have given away that was the tamate bako. My initial guess was just a bluff, but Abby's reaction confirmed it. He's like, uh-oh, fuck. Cersei, I'm sorry. Is she gonna kill me now? What on earth? It feels like the air completely shifted. Even the waves look heavy with tension. I'm not carrying a mirror, and I can turn her into a fish. But I don't think Abby would want to do that. Her whole demeanor shifted the instant she realized I had the tamate bako. Dang it, could she be after it too? I've got a bad feeling about the way she's looking at us now. Kikuko, why the interest in the tamate bako? It's some kind of ancient mermaid treasure, right? Ma, you're well informed. I like how, also, Abby had to work so hard to find out that you need both mermaid flesh and the tamate bako to gain immortality. So it feels like very few people should know this information, and suddenly she knows. I mean, she's probably known from her master, who probably figured it out somehow. But I feel like this should be very well-guarded information. I guess we'll find out. Would you be willing to hand it over to me? I'll make sure it's worth your while. Huh? You see, I know someone who's ridiculously rich and in search of eternal life. They'd be willing to pay a small fortune for that thing. They'll offer some kind of money you probably only get to see once in a lifetime. So, what do you say? Whoa, slow down. Abby? Much more than some third-rate writer like yourself could earn in a lifetime. I don't know what you could possibly need the tamate bako for anyway, but wouldn't you like to move up in the world? I believe I understand your offer, Kikuko. But my answer is no, not a chance. No way, no how. It's never been about money, it's all the thrill, the adventure. Adventure? Exactly, embarking on a journey to unravel the secret of the mermaid's immortality. What better adventure could a man ask for? You may call me a romantic, and that's what I am, an adventurer at heart. You've totally lost me. You're throwing this chance away for some childish adventure. You wouldn't understand. I'd put my life on the line to find a mermaid. I'm not handing the box over. Don't tell her that you're putting your life on the line, because she's actually going to kill you. I see. Seems like there's no reasoning with you. Ugh, it'd be so much easier if you had it. Huh? Why'd you have to refuse the mirror? This would have been so much easier. Huh? Oh, the mirror. I don't know. Just felt like the right thing to do. Why do you ask? Are things not going as planned? I'd probably get a bad ending if I accept the mirror. Actually, I probably have to go back and do that. Ugh. I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like we might have just narrowly escaped danger. Sounds as if we had that mirror on us, she might have been able to steal the tamate bako. I'd like to get more information out of her, but it seems as though she's plotting something. There's no doubt about it. Kikuko wants to take the tamate bako from us. But even so, the tamate bako won't grant immortality without the flesh of a mermaid. If she has any other information about mermaids, we need it. Abby, focus. I need you to listen to me, but without taking your eyes off Kikuko. Huh? Oh, got it. I'm pretty sure she has a curse stone. What? Huh? What's this all about? I couldn't tell right away because it was masked by the heavy veil of cursed energy that's all over the island. But on closer inspection, the curse stone's aura is impossible to conceal. Huh, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. What if the condition to activate her curse was holding on to one of those mirrors? Then we could relax, right? The condition isn't met. Well, only if the mirror was all there is to it. As long as we don't know for sure what the condition is, we need to stay on high alert. What if I look away from her? I had a bad feeling about this. Maybe we should retreat. Even if we did, we'd always be looking over our shoulders, afraid she might come after us. Then we need to get her to surrender somehow. Ideally, we take away her curse stone too. I mean, I'm not gonna turn her into a fish, but... Oh, I could throw this away? There's probably some mechanic to this. What if can I throw the Tamate Bako? Is that the play here, to like distract her? Why do I suddenly have the option to throw things away? That's suspicious. So why don't you enlighten us? Who told you about the Tamate Bako? Who knows? Think you'll get it out of me with that attitude? She still hasn't given up on the Tamate Bako. So why don't you enlighten us? Hey, Kikuko, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Yeah?
Ta-da! What are the odds? Turns out we both got curse stones. This one's called the Curse of the Forsaken Fish. When its conditions are met, it transforms you into a fish and kills you. Pretty messed up, huh?
What? Abby, are you sure?
You were planning to use your curse stone on us to steal the Tamate Bako, weren't you? But your curse stone requires us to have one of those hand mirrors, am I right? On the other hand, I could use my curse on you whenever I so please.
You're bluffing. Your curse stone must have a condition too.
Yeah? Who's to say it hasn't already been met?
Tch.
Now cease your scheming and tell us what you know. Don't make me turn you into a fish.
You really have the resolve to kill someone with a curse?
Well, I'm not exactly keen on it, but I am prepared to defend my life if necessary.
Really? I wasn't expecting that from such a kind gentleman. You look like you wouldn't hurt a fly.
Indeed, my heart is pure, but trust me, I'm quite capable. Experience has hardened my resolve.
You're saying you've actually used it before?
At this point, what difference does one more death to the tally make? My hands are already stained.
Damn, so you're a proper criminal. Maybe I should report you to the cops.
Be my guest. I wonder which is faster, my curse or your phone call.
Ugh. What about your lady friend? Well, are you okay with this? I'm afraid there's no restraining Abby. I'm pretty much given up on him at this point. So it would be great if you could just give up and hand over the curse stone. What the fuck is this? You guys are absolutely insane.
Aw, come on now. I think we can agree we both have our issues. Good. We're at a stalemate. Now I can try to extract more information out of her. Good job, Cersei, making her believe I've lost it. Very convincing. I don't think that she was making anything up at all. Actually, maybe a little too convincing. Does she really think I'm crazy? Whatever, I got more important things to focus on now. Alright, look. Seems like you're just as dead set on the Tamate Bako as I. This standoff won't get us anywhere. Why don't you tell us your motivation? Maybe we'll be able to find a compromise.
Compromise?
Say, for example, if granting your wish were to stir the spirit of adventure within me. I cannot hand over the Tamate Bako, but perhaps I'd be willing to let you borrow its power of immortality.
I've got no romantic tale for you. I told you, I just want to get that rich person what he's looking for so you can see how important I am to him. That's all there is to it.
Oh, important you say. How's that?
Because I'm an illegitimate child. I kind of figured as much.
Oh! Considering that if he has a whole bunch of illegitimate children, Tsukasa's one of them. Also, come to think of it, Tsukasa hasn't appeared at all like the stream. She's kind of like fallen out of being important. I guess it's because we haven't played any Sato story today.
But he simply refuses to admit it. Whatever I do, he won't even acknowledge my existence. I mean, just look at me. I must be a disgrace in his eyes. But a woman like me should be wasting her life away on some backwater island. I was born of noble blood. I wasn't meant to rot in this miserable place. Yet he casts me aside and refuses to even acknowledge my existence. It's humiliating.
So your father's some rich man?
Yeah, there's hardly anyone in Ise Shima who doesn't know the name Yoshiashu Yamashina. It's a noble bloodline stretching back centuries, and here I am stuck in this wretched life.
Yamashina, eh?
I've done everything in my power to earn his recognition. I gave it my all to make it big in the city, and for what? Nothing I tried worked out. In the end, I had to come crawling back to this island trying to make ends meet as an ama diver. But I still keep telling myself that someday, somehow,
I see. So you figure that since Yamashina is seeking immortality, you can leverage the box to get what you want at the same time.
Yeah. I used to work at a small company. The young CEO of the company is basically Yamashina's protege.
Oh, she's talking about, Ikame.
I guess he felt sorry for me, so he let slip that Yamashina was after immortality.
Interesting. So he was the one who told you about the Curse Stone and the Tamate Bako as well. I feel like he's Ikome, or Ikoma, or whatever his name is. He's the one pulling the strings here. He fed her that information on purpose. He probably fed information to Yamashina on purpose too. So Yamashina looks like the big bad, but Ikoma's the one behind everything. And Kikuko's just the tool.
Yeah. Since even Yamashina doesn't know about this, he suggested I use it to my advantage and take the credit.
Oh, so not only did Ikoma slip the information,
he planted the whole plan in her head. He gave me the Curse Stone and told me to use it wisely.
So he did... We're finding everything about him. He did literally everything.
Originally, I planned on offering something different to Yamashina, but now that I've got a chance for the Tamate Bako, that's my best option.
Oh, how intriguing. So you want to trade the Tamate Bako for Yamashina's recognition?
That's right. See, I knew we were never going to find a compromise.
True, it's a compelling story, but it's missing a certain adventurous allure.
The company president you mentioned, how come he knew about the Tamate Bako and the Curse Stone?
Also, Cersei, don't you have, like, binding magic as well? I mean, I guess you're afraid of her Curse Stone, so you don't want to break it out on her, but I feel like you could probably subdue her pretty easily.
Just who exactly is he?
I was wondering the same thing.
Huh, of course you were. He's an incredible person after all. Mr. Kipe Ikoma's amazing man. It's thanks to him I got my chance to make my dream come true. Oh!
Did you just say Ikoma?
Huh. Maybe we could play this to our advantage. We could tell her that we're also working for him.
And that he's been playing both of us, and then she realized that she's being played. Kipe Ikoma, you say, from Sala Planning?
Huh? You know Mr. Ikoma?
Indeed, just met him the other day, in fact. I even got his business card.
Huh? You have Mr. Ikoma's business card? Ah! Wait, then the business card you took out earlier was his.
That's right. Want to see it?
No, it's fine. You hold on to that.
Uh-oh. I feel like the business card is also an activation for her curse somehow. That's why I need to throw it away. If you say so. Huh?
What? A curse echo?
Yikes, did we mess up?
Nah! Placus Asteri, guide his path and with thy merciful hand protect him. Why? You have Mr. Ikoma's business card. The condition should have been met, so why?
Yikes, I thought I was done for.
You were. I'm sorry, all I can do is delay the curse. I can't dispel it. It's gonna take it effect in about 1 minute. You need to do something before then.
Huh? Like what?
The curse is dispelled by eliminating its caster. What comes next is up to you.
Oh, so even if I toss the business card, it's too late now. Big Ham, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome in, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Please go check out Big Ham when you get a chance. Very, very sweet streamer. Awesome community. Thank you so much for dropping by and sharing your audience with me. Hope you're doing well today. We played Diablo 2. That sounds like fun. 9-Volt Worm, welcome in. Mia Galactic, hello. Nicholas and Acer, welcome to the stream. Vax, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I'm Kiro, the frog-themed martial artist. We are playing Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. We're actually at a very high, like, climactic point in the story here, so we're also somewhere more than halfway through it, I think. So if you don't want spoilers, this is probably a good time for you to leave. But thank you so much for sharing your audience with us. Feel free to stick around and hang out with us, or go take care of yourself after your stream. I appreciate you being here. And again, please go check out Big Ham when you get a chance, I'd really appreciate you stopping by. So, I can dispel the curse by eliminating the caster, not by eliminating the cause. So, like, I basically have two options here. I could toss the business card, but it sounds like I'm still gonna die if I do that. The other option is I use my curse stone, which would also be bad, but I would live. I feel like that has to be the play here. We can always try both of them afterwards. And Acer, thank you so much for following me and being a froggy friend. Welcome, welcome. What? Eliminate? Why do I have to keep doing this? Wait, shove her into the ocean. Okay, that's a lot less violent than I thought. Damn it, I refuse to die here. The way he strikes that pose as he runs forward is so funny. What's wrong with you? Ah! Oh, she fell into the water. It's now or never. Oh, because I need to curse her in the water. I guess there's no choice here. I need to rewind time and do this again while tossing away the card. Ugh! I retrieved the curse stone from the ocean. How'd she do that? Did it float? Are you alright, Abby? Well, I barely made it out alive, but I can't say I feel particularly good about it. So I had to come to this. No turning back now, it seems. Is this what happens when you deal with curses? But this is what happens when you deal with curses. They might turn back on you at any moment. You should be prepared for that. Understood. So what about the curse stone? What's it like? Yeah, about that. Oh, if we have the curse stone, does that mean we get the memories from it? Huh? A bronze mirror. That's right, a palm-sized bronze hand mirror. Wait, don't tell me the still-type mirror was actually a curse stone all along. The curse stone's resentful memory doesn't seem to indicate anything like that. So this curse stone had a resentful memory too, eh? What did you learn? There's so much information, it's hard to make sense of it. Here, take a look for yourself. Don't just toss it like that, it's a curse stone, not a baseball. So you're not gonna look? Of course I am. Let's see. Whoa, so this is the real deal? Oh, a mermaid. There's a mermaid on it. Are they gonna withhold this from us, from the viewer? Oh, look at how small this article is, or look how long this article is. Do I need to read this one? This one looks like it's a story of Tomoshige. I feel like I probably should. Damn it. Taira no Tomoshige's early life. Taira no Tomoshige was born as the son of Taira no Kiyomori's younger brother, Yorimori, in the latter half of the Heian period at the height of the Taira clan's power. Although his father Yorimori was the only child born of the official wife of Taira no Tadamori, part of the main lineage of the Taira clan, he maintained a deferential attitude towards Kiyomori, a stance that made Tomoshige regard him with contempt, and fueled his ambition to one day stand at the head of the Taira clan. He also believed himself to be the rightful heir to Nukamaru, a famous sword that his father had inherited as part of his birthright. Sato, the girl from Kusawa village. Okay, it's a good thing we read this then. At around the same time, Sato was living a simple life in Kusawa village, the place of her birth. One day she happened to encounter a visiting onmyoji and was offered the chance to work at the Bureau of Onmyo in Kyoto. Sato readily accepted, having always felt out of place in the village due to her faint spirit sense, and left Kusawa to work in the Bureau of Onmyo as a maidservant. At the end of a certain year, Taira no Kiyomori's daughter, Noriko, gave birth to the imperial prince. Although Tomoshige visited the palace with his father to celebrate the birth, he soon grew bored with the proceedings and left, only to encounter Sato, who was attending to odd jobs nearby. Tomoshige was intrigued by Sato, who made no attempts to curry favor with him, and whose thoughts he found difficult to read, and he frequently visited her from then on. Not yet having an official wife, it was not uncommon for Tomoshige to spend his time on dalliances with women, with Sato being the latest among them. However, as their interactions continued, he found himself becoming particularly drawn to her. He eventually had a pair of bronze hand mirrors made and gifted one to her, telling her to carry it with her at all times as a sign of their vow to each other. They're two identical mirrors. One of them was Sato's mirror. That's the one that was used to seal away the curse of the raging waves. The other one is the one that got the curse of the Heiki on it. That's why they look similar to each other. The fall of the Taira clan. In 1185, the Taira clan was defeated at the Battle of Dan no Ura, spelling its ruin. Tomoshige, who had fled from place to place as if desperately averting his eyes from Taira clan's decline, ultimately did not participate in the decisive battle at Dan no Ura, and came to know the Taira clan's downfall, while he was lying low in a remote village in Ise with Sato. Although initially terrified of being hunted down by soldiers of the Minamoto clan, Tomoshige regained his senses upon seeing Sato's unbroken composure. Now believing it lay with him to restore the Taira clan as one of its sole survivors, he swore an oath to his fallen clan that he would see it rise again one day. Tomoshige's resolve. With survivors of the Taira clan being hunted down across the country, Tomoshige continued to search for a way to turn the situation to his advantage. In the process, he suddenly remembered a box his grandfather, Tadamori, had left the family, a tamate bako proffered by a fisherman that was said to contain the flesh of a mermaid. Although Tadamori had refused to accept it, a member of the clan had secretly hidden it in a storehouse back in their homeland. It was said that eating mermaid flesh would grant eternal life to whoever ate it. However, legend also had it that the meat was highly poisonous, with even a small bite being fatal. No one wanted to eat it as a result, and it ended up forgotten as the years went by. Believing that dying due to poison would hardly be any different from their fate, as if they were caught and killed, Tomoshige located the tamate bako and pried open the lid. However, all that was inside was dried sliver of meat, so shriveled to resemble a splint of wood. Dubious, Tomoshige pushed his misgivings aside and ate the meat, but felt no different than before. Believing that long years had robbed the meat of its power, and seeing the tamate bako as his only clue to find a mermaid, he boarded a small boat with Sato and set out to sea. Encounter with a mermaid. Believing that a mermaid would surely come to reclaim the tamate bako if it was truly linked to them in some way, Tomoshige continued to row the small boat into the Sea of Ise. At the time, he was clad from head to toe in the armor of a warrior, and had with him the famed sword Nukamaru, an heirloom he had seized from his father, Yorimori, whom he had scorned as a disgrace to their clan. Sato, meanwhile, wore only a light kimono. After they rowed for a while, a sudden mist descended over the sea around them, obscuring their surroundings. As Tomoshige and Sato looked around fearfully, they heard a small splash. Turning to look, the two gasped as they saw what appeared to be a human hand reach up from the water before grabbing onto the boat's edge. In a rush of water, a being with human features from the waist up and fish-like features from the waist down emerged from the sea, a mermaid. Climbing into the boat, the mermaid screamed for them to give back the box before suddenly lunging at them. Too stunned to think clearly, Tomoshige drew his sword and slashed at the mermaid. There was a dull sound of a blade slicing through flesh, and the mermaid let out a piercing cry before diving back into the water and fleeing the area. Still trying to process the sudden turn of events, Tomoshige glanced down and caught sight of a small piece of the mermaid's tail, apparently severed by his previous blow, lying in a pool of blood. He picked it up, only to find it continued to twitch even as he held it. Finding himself too disgusted to try eating it immediately, he decided to stow it in the tamate bako for the present. Eventually, after some hesitation, he forced Sato to eat it despite her protests. They waited a while, but no change seemed to come over her. Tomoshige's death. Thinking that the amount of mermaid flesh simply hadn't been enough, Tomoshige made to pursue the mermaid, but as he did so, he noticed the mist around them had cleared. As the two looked around, they realized their small boat was surrounded by ships, belonging to a band hunting down remnants of the Taira clan. Alarmed, they tried to flee, but with their attackers pressing in from all sides, were unable to find a means of escape. Amidst the chaos, Sato was struck in the head by an arrow and fell into the sea. Tomoshige, still determined to retaliate, continued to frantically resist with his sword. However, he was vastly outnumbered and unable to break through his attacker's ranks, and ultimately cut down in a single stroke. On the brink of death, Tomoshige's gaze fell on the crests worn by his pursuers. Consumed by bitter regret at his failure to restore his clan, he directed the full brunt of his resentment towards these symbols as he sank beneath the waves, cursing his enemies and clinging to his vindictive hatred until the very end. So this is Tomoshige. A curse born from Taira no Tomoshige's feelings of malice and resentment when he was struck down 800 years ago, following the fall of the Taira clan. Part of the clan's main lineage, Tomoshige had been seeking mermaid flesh in a bid to attain immortality, with the goal of eventually reviving the Taira clan, was killed before realizing his dream. The curse uses a specific symbol as its target, kills those who carry that symbol within the area specified by the user by cleaving them in two. Its effective range is several hundred meters. So, whatever the picture of Kameki Maru-san is on the mirror, and whatever symbol is on the business card is what activates the curse. It's not the mirror, it's the symbol. I'll need to have a look at that business card again later. So this is the curse of Taira no Tomoshige that grew over 800 long years. Taira no Tomoshige?
Never heard of him.
He wasn't exactly what you call a historically important figure, even within the Heiki. Seems like he sought out the mermaid's power of immortality to restore the Heiki, but his pursuit ended in failure. That resentment, it must have dwelled within Tomoshiki's bronze mirror, eventually turning it into a curse stone.
Most likely.
Oh, then the symbol in the hand mirror and the business card were the true curse target. So that must mean that Tsukasa's shirt must have the symbol on it. Or something like that, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to be slashed before either.
So that's what it was, if only we realized it sooner.
Well, what's done is done. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Kikuko mentioned she got her curse stone from Ikoma, right?
Exactly. To think that slippery snake was sneaky enough to put the curse markers on his own business cards. That's why he gave it to us. That Ikoma guy is seriously dangerous. That was way too close.
Good thing we were cautious, especially since it seems he's after the Tamate Bako too.
Yeah, it seems like working without him turned out to be the right call.
Although he may grow suspicious if he can't contact Kikuko anymore. Considering he's after the Tamate Bako, there's a chance he might still chase after us.
We need to keep our guard up. I think it's safe to assume he already knows about Miss Somokawa and the Tamate Bako.
I do wonder why he told us to go look for the still-tied mirror too.
Well, it's not this mirror, and we got no reason to follow his orders anyway. I'd rather try and find out more about the mermaid as soon as possible.
You're right, we didn't learn anything from Kikuko.
Looks like we got no choice but to continue our investigation on the island. Shall we?
Could you hold on for a moment?
Huh? Someone's there! Ah!
Ah!
You! Oh. This one doesn't... Oh no, this one. This one's not completely grayed out, so that means I definitely could. Oh, I like how it gives you like a status on each one so you know that where it is. Wait, I have the mirror with me. I didn't accept it. Throw that away. I don't see why I should get rid of it. But no, but do it. I just told you, do it. Oh, come on. He won't even listen to me. Cersei, pass me the hand mirror you received earlier.
Oh, sure.
Take that, and some of this.
Ah. Huh?
Throw it away! I can't say why, but I got a bad feeling about this business card. I'll just sneakily toss it. Okay, now he does it. Alright, I don't think anyone noticed.
Hey Zagreus, welcome to the stream.
Thanks for stopping by. Okay, now we gotta get through all the yapping again.
Hey Valkyria, welcome in. No, you missed some details about the curse.
The curse that Abby has turns someone into a fish and then kills them. So it doesn't just leave them as a fish. They die in the process. Didn't mean to press that. Either way, though, if I shoved her in the water and she turned into a fish, and she did, even if she didn't die, she wouldn't be able to do anything to us at that point. Oh, I've been clicking the wrong thing. Wish I could just skip all this. I don't remember how many times I talk about the curse stone. This is the part where they get into a stalemate. Wait, I didn't read this one, but that's okay. Not important. Oh, right. She has to go over her entire sad backstory. And then she has to reveal that she got her curse stone from Mikoma. Here. Kipe Koma, you say, from Sala Planning.
Huh? You know Mr. Ikoma?
Indeed, just met him the other day. In fact, I even got his business card.
Huh? You have Mr. Ikoma's business card?
Oh, never mind. My bad, my bad. I must have left it at the inn. I can't believe this. Cersei?
What is it?
I figured it out. The condition.
Really? What is it?
It was hidden on the hand mirror all along. Oh, I had to show it. See that symbol over there? I just couldn't shake the feeling I'd seen it before. And sure enough, Ikoma's business card has the same symbol on it.
Oh, you're right.
This mirror is suspicious, and a business card with the same symbol as that suspicious hand mirror is equally suspicious. Simple as that.
So that's why you threw the card away earlier.
Oh, you noticed? Either way, seeing Kiko's reaction to hearing we had one of his business cards told me everything I need to know.
Enough with the whispering already.
The jig is up, young lady. The condition for your curse is the mysterious symbol inscribed on both the hand mirror and the business card. Yeah. You see, we have nothing more to fear. Cersei, your turn.
Apologies, I'm gonna have to be a bit rough. You may experience after effects.
Way to go. And so... Wait, this looks like a bad ending, the way this is playing out. We managed to apprehend Kikuko Tsutsui. Apparently, Cersei's binding spell weakens those untrained in the spiritual arts and causes them to fall into a dazed, almost intoxicated state. Before losing consciousness, Kikuko quietly surrendered and handed over the curse stone. Unfortunately, it appears she really knew nothing more about mermaids after all. She didn't have any idea how Ikoma came into possession of a curse stone either. To ensure she couldn't interfere any further, we restrained her at her home and made sure she would remain asleep for the time being. Much later that night, we learned that Kikuko had planned to massacre the island's residents using the hand mirror she distributed. By sheer coincidence, her actions had also prevented a mass slaughter.
Patrick, we saved the city!
So what about the curse stone? What's it like?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, this is the same thing that plays out. Bronze mirror.
That's right, a palm-sized bronze hand mirror.
Don't tell me the still-tied mirror was actually a curse stone all along.
The curse stone's resentful memory doesn't seem to indicate anything like that.
So this curse stone had a resentful memory too, eh? What'd you learn?
There's so much information, it's hard to make sense of it. Here, take a look for yourself.
Don't just toss it like that, it's a curse stone, not a baseball.
So you're not gonna look?
Of course I am. Let's see. Whoa, so this is real deal. Oh, a mermaid. There's a mermaid on it. So this is the curse of Taira no Tomoshige that grew over 800 long years.
Taira no Tomoshige? I've never heard of him.
He wasn't exactly what you call a historically important figure, even within the Heiki. It seems he sought out the mermaid's power of immortality to restore the Heiki. But his pursuit ended in failure. That resentment, it must have dwelled within Tomoshige's bronze mirror, eventually turning it into a curse stone.
Most likely. Kikuko mentioned she got her curse stone from Ikoma, right?
Exactly. To think that slippery snake was sneaky enough to put the curse markers on his own business cards. That Ikoma guy's seriously dangerous. That was way too close.
Good thing we were cautious, especially since it seems he's after the Tamache Bako too.
Yeah, it seems like working without him turned out to be the right call.
Although he may grow suspicious if he can't contact Kikuko anymore. Considering he's after the Tamache Bako, there's a chance he might still chase after us.
We need to keep our guard up. I think it's safe to assume he already knows about Miss Somakawa and the Tamache Bako.
I do wonder why he told us to go look for the still-tide mirror too.
Well, it's not this mirror, and we got no reason to follow his orders anyway. I'd rather try and find out more about the mermaid as soon as possible.
You're right, we didn't learn anything from Kikuko.
Looks like we got no choice but to continue our investigation of the island. Shall we?
Hey Gab, welcome in. Could you hold on for a moment?
Huh? Someone's there. Ah!
Ah!
You!
So that still played out the same, even though we can choose between killing or not killing Kikuko. There must be something else on this route. I bet there's also a bad ending if I just straight up die. See, this one's not checked off yet. Why is that? Oh, see, that's why they're giving me this. So it's also like, it's kind of like the previous Paranormasight, where depending on how I leave this off and I go to a different episode, different things happen. So there might be an ending where I actually need to keep Kikuko subdued so that she doesn't do this timeline and help Yuza. I'm not exactly sure though. It's just the annoying part is if I want to redo that part, that's a lot of talking I have to click through. Like there's no quick skip through it. I kind of want to do an ending where I get the bad ending where I die. Oh no, this is so okay, I have to so if I want to die, I need to go all the way back. That's kind of BS. Because he's already thrown away the mirror and the business card by now. So if I wanna actually get the bad ending here, I need to actually go back twice. Is it worth doing though, is the question. You know what, I'm willing to see it just now because I feel like if I do this on a later stream, it's just gonna feel discontinuous from what's going on. Because this one's not grayed out yet, so I definitely know I haven't gotten everything. So I have the mirror with me. So in this case, I should just let her kill me. But then again, it said that I could push her. Either way, Cersei's gonna hold her back. So is there no other outcome here? Like, it's either she dies or I subdue her. There's no me dying, I think. Because it didn't even give me the option to just stand there and get slashed. Yeah, it'd be nice. Like, usually the past game had, like, when you can pick a story section and resume, the choices it gives you usually puts you right before the decision, but this time it didn't. Oh, I guess if I don't throw it away, then we don't need to go through the whole business card ordeal. I can get her to cut me right now. Oh, this one is the one where I die. Okay. So if she slashes me because of the mirror, I die. But if she slashes me because of the business card, I have time to react. It hurts so much for talking. Hi, storyteller. Oh my, it seems you met with a rather unpleasant fate. This is merely conjecture on my part, but things seem to be going rather smoothly right up until Kikuko's true nature was exposed. The only one who could stop Kikuko from committing these murders is Mr. Barnum, after all.
However, it appears you're holding on to something that gave her the upper hand. I would recommend you dispose of that item before incurring her wrath. Do not fret, you may start anew from the moment the standoff began. Okay, so this isn't a bad ending, this is just like, this is what the game has as dead ends. They don't get added to the story chart. They don't get added to the story chart. So I'm still left with subdued Kikuko, right? Because I think that's the play here. Either way, she can't kill everyone yet. She no longer has her curse stone, so she's no longer a threat. But in this case, at least she's alive, which might have ramifications later. So then the next story episode is Yumiko confronting Arnav. I'm just not sure why what makes this one still not grayed out then. Oh well. Okay, the plot's actually picking up now. I definitely think we're more than halfway through the game now, but I don't think we're in the end game yet. Like, I don't think I'll finish this game in one more stream. It's probably gonna be 2 more streams, or 3. That would make it on par with the previous game in terms of length. Because the previous game I did 4 streams, so then the last one was like an extra long one. So this time it might be 4 or 5 streams, I think, total. Definitely more action things have happened today, which is great, because the last stream was like a lot of exposition, folklore, stories, like not really things we needed. So this time, having more things happen, having more of the characters come in conflict with each other, was better. I definitely still think Paranormasight 1, in my opinion, was more fun than Paranormasight 2, I feel. But that's just, I think that's a matter of preference. Like, this game is slower, more build-up, less horror elements, so it depends on what you're looking for, I think. I'm not saying it's bad, but I do think that it does suffer from a few things, like, for example, the really long lore and folklore dumps at the very beginning of the game. Well, we'll continue this tomorrow, so thank you everyone for dropping by, or everyone that came by from the raid as well. If you're new around here, you can see my social media, my YouTube channels, all my previous VODs being uploaded there, so if you want to check out other games I played, not just Paranormasight 1 and 2, but other mystery games, JRPGs, fighting games, horror games, a little bit of everything, really. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Let's find who we're gonna raid today. Let's see. A few people are on. Let's say hi to our friend Roy. He's doing Grand Theft Auto RP right now with other VTubers. Let's say hi to him. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Paranormasight 2. Take care. Bye, froggy friends.